atmosphere that they're in, they create.
Yeah.
It's breathable, right?
Yeah.
So, and then you got then creating life is almost ritualistic. Do you get what I mean? It's like a ritual because they're like, so, they're very much like, he gets given the black ooze and he drinks it, and they're all wearing the robes and all that. So it's almost like a ritual for him to create life, right?
Yeah.
Then there's this thing that happens. You just don't know what it is, but for whatever reason, maybe there's like a military order kind of way.
Well, yeah, that's what it looks like. That whole planet is there for military purposes. It's there to stockpile and go and...
So these guys could have been religious zealots, they could have been whatever, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe they are like the prophets and then something happened in there. Because something happens.
Yeah.
You don't know what it is, but something happens to lead for the guy to get his head cut off, right? From the door. So something happens within the engineer construct. But it's got nothing to do with... I mean, again, you can only assume it's got nothing to do with aliens or the black ooze, maybe. Because if it had something to do with black ooze, then that black ooze would have taken over. By the time the humans arrived, right? Shaw and everybody else. Mm-hmm. So it would have had to have happened within their core structure, within their environment.
So you're thinking of espionage in some cases
maybe an espionage, or maybe just like a civil war.
Yeah.
Like North versus South, like they've like where the military. That's why those guys are in military. They choose to be in those suits. They don't need to be in those suits. They choose to be in those suits. I mean, we've already established they don't need to be because the guy's like half naked and he's fine. At the beginning of the film, so they're just like us. You have some guys like our military people, normal people, and people always go, "Oh, the military, the right wing. We don't like the military." Maybe that's what that is.
Yeah. It's very true, yeah. Ridley Scott did say that that culture was very close to what we are. Yeah. But very violent as well.
Yeah. So you probably, and then on the one side you have these guys that like they have this thing, and it's like for us it's and again almost if you think about it, kind of like Wayland, right?
Yeah.
The Wayland Yutani group. They wanna we have this thing that can create life. Mm-hmm. Like the atom bomb, you split the atom, right? These guys, they split the atom in their way and they can create life.
Yeah.
And then the Manhattan Project, these guys, same within their culture, created a bomb.
Yeah.
And that's what this black ooze.
This thing can't be used anywhere.
And that's what this black ooze thing is. It's like, look, we can create life with this black ooze, but we can also destroy it.
Yeah,
with the same black ooze.
Completely manipulates the cell structure of anything it touches.
You don't know, maybe there could have been some weird Captain America shit going on in there where some dude is they create a super soldier and then one of them goes rogue because he's like an insider, whatever. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever scenario that's happened has led it to that. And then, so there is a cleared disparage, and maybe that's when they come to the planet, that was the prophet guys, right at the beginning, the ritualistic guys going, hey, we're going to create life. Yeah. And when we create that life, you guys can come to this planet, and this is like a middle ground.
Yeah,
for us. Like, this is our middle ground. You can come meet our ritualistic culture, and we will talk to you and why we created you. Which is why, and then probably maybe the other engineer, he's very much like those types are like they're an abomination.
Yeah, they're abomination. They could, at some point they could come back to our planet and destroy us.
Yeah, exactly. Bring an infection, whatever. Which is why he kills Dave or tries to kill David straight away. Yeah.
But he seems fascinated by them at first.
Yeah, because he's kind of like, how the fuck did you get here?
Yeah.
What are you? I don't even no idea what you are. And then he's like, you're trying to speak my language, and for all you know, like he might have, how some languages, like if you just say something a little bit different, it means a completely separate thing.
Yeah.
Maybe David told him to go fuck his mum, right? Who knows, right? So then we don't know. Nobody knows. The only people that know are the people that wrote it.
Yeah, exactly. So
and I've been trying to find out, like, what did he say? But maybe he was just like, take me to your leader. Or
on the Blu-ray cut, there's a subtitle section.
What does he say?
I'll show it to you. Can I show it to you? I can't show it to you. It should be online somewhere.
Oh, okay.
But there's a whole bunch of subtitles to what he says.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, just track it down.
I've ordered the Blu-ray.
Oh, right.
Because I've been waiting for the Blu-ray. I'm not waiting for it. I don't know what I was waiting for because I'm a dumbass. But I sort of like just looked online and and was like, oh, they have Prometheus and Alien 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Or 1, 2, 3, 4. And I was like, all on Blu-ray for like £30. I'm like, I'd be stupid not to buy this. So I did.
It's cool. There's alternate cuts of a lot of the film and stuff that he took away, which I don't know why.
Yeah, I know. I remember going to the first one in the cinema, and seeing basically it was just the one guy at the beginning, drinking the ooze.
Yeah.
And then
there's a whole series of people on that planet before he does that. It's
sort of like, if you watch the extended cut, there's like a bunch of them watching him do it, and then there's the ship, and you're like, oh, all right, there's more here than I don't know about.
Yeah,
do you understand?
There's 20 minutes that's been cut out of the film.
Do you understand the connotations of those engineers?
No, tell me.
So there's like this. You ever heard of the ancient alien theory?
What do you mean in terms of?
Aliens have visited us in the past and helped us create these monoliths.
Sure, yeah.
You know that stuff, right? That a lot of people make fun of. There's like a meme going around about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know the guy from the History Channel, the crazy hair, and he's like,
oh, he's going,
yeah, aliens. That guy. He's on a show called Ancient Aliens.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty interesting show.
It is. It's
crazy.
It's really cool.
They talk. There is mention of an old Aryan race.
Yeah.
And they're huge. They're really tall and they're pale white.
Yeah.
And then when I saw this,
the whites, as they call them, or the greys. Not the greys.
No, not the greys. The greys are the ET.
And they're really tall and they vary in size as they get older or something.
Again, I can't remember the ins and outs of it. I just remember that, but they have long blonde hair. They're like tall, white, long blonde hair.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Whatever, move on with my life. And then I saw this, and I sort of harkened back to it, and I went, oh, wow, how fucking weird is that?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not saying it's a conspiracy theory or anything.
But that's the thing, that's what I love about it. There's a lot of cross-similarities to what we know now and what Ridley Scott has done with that film in terms of what he believes. Again, this all goes back to the first Alien film, that thing in the seat. Nobody did. Nobody talked about it last time. Nobody ever asked that question. The other thing is that, like, I understand what they've said, but I think plans always change, right? Mm-hmm. Could it be that Prometheus is happening parallel to what's happening on, like, it's just another story? Reason being is because with the, like, I know what an alien looks like, a xenomorph looks like, without like being grown up. I know what a baby xenomorph looks like pretty much all the way through its adolescence and to its full grown. Yeah. But the Deacon doesn't fall into that. No, it doesn't. No.
The tricloth, whatever. The giant face hugger in that.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't. There's something. The
I didn't even know it had a name.
Yeah, it's got a weird name. It's called the Trichlor. So, again, anyway.
It's awesome that it's got a name though. I love it.
Yeah. Hold on, I can't tell you because I actually watched the video on it on the way here. So, if you give me 2 seconds,
you go for it, man.
My history, but it's like that is different as well. Yeah. And there's a few questions that you could ask about that to say, is it trilobite? That's what it's called.
Trilobite.
It's called a trilobite. Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, here's the other question. So, would it have been? Okay, first off, because it was, there's a few differences. Like, a lot of people harken it, but again, back to the facehugger. Yeah, well, it essentially is a facehugger. Yeah, it is, but it isn't though. Yeah, because it's not, but it works in the same way. Right. So the way the facehugger works is that it implants a tumor into you, and then that creates a whole genetic change in your body to create the life form, which then incubates and bursts out. Right? Yeah. Okay. The way the trilobite worked was different. The trilobite was only transported via sexually.
Yeah, there's a whole genetic transition between where David put the thing in because he put it in the guy's drink. Yeah. And then the guy saw it in his eye. Yeah. And then he had sex with Shaw. And then Shaw could never have kids. Yeah. So here's the few questions, right? So the trilobite is born. It's in a womb. Yeah. Right. And you know it's in a womb because it's in an amniotic sac. When she pulls it out. Yeah. And it's attached to a placenta. Yes. Which bursts. Yeah. Only because it moves, right? Mm-hmm. Because it was ready to come out.
But what
yeah,
if
that thing would have ripped her apart.
But would it? Which it would have come out vaginally?
No, it would have ripped her apart.
But you don't know because it's in a womb, right?
Sure, it would have ripped her apart, man. I had that feeling just from the way it reacted. Yeah. It just would have ripped her apart.
But it's reacting the same way as a baby. Have you ever seen a baby come out?
Yeah, but babies don't rip out of. Well,
it's a different species.
Depending on
it's a different animal, but essentially it's exactly the same way as a baby. But babies that they flail around and stuff like that, and they're crying and everything's really strange to them. What?
That thing was growing at an astronomical rate, man. It was growing really fast.
Okay, so the other thing is, it's like the suits that the engineers wear must be some sort of biomechanical suit.
Yeah.
Because everything they're wearing, their whole environment matches when
the xenomorph.
When the xenomorph creates a hive.
Mm-hmm.
It all looks very similar, right?
Yeah.
So it must be some sort of biological suit, because we all know that the alien takes form of
whatever genetic code.
But the Deacon didn't.
Yeah, that's very true.
The Deacon just came out blue.
Yeah, it was very sort of translucent-y, bluish, grey.
So the Deacon came out like blue. Mm-hmm. Also, the Trilobite had 6 legs.
Yeah, it was like an octopus.
Yeah, it had like 2 more than so it's a bit different. But anyway, so the Trilobite had more fucking tentacles.
Yeah.
And then it dies just like a facehugger does.
Mm-hmm.
But the difference being is that she'll manage to, for the first time you've ever seen her extract. She's extracted something from inside her.
Yeah.
And she's fine technically.
Yeah.
But then you don't know, that it might be later on that she might have some genetic changes.
Mm-hmm.
But it just grew inside her.
Yeah.
Then she stitched it back up with the machine.
Yeah.
Which is weird because it was also set to male. Do you remember?
Yeah, but that's another thing. It was for Wayland, but it doesn't. I don't think it matters.
But it wasn't in Wayland's room.
No, it wasn't. But Wayland was on the ship.
Yeah.
And so
that's why some people say that Charlize Theron's character.
Yeah, she's
an android.
Yeah. A lot of people think that she's still, because there was no proof to say that she isn't.
Well, she wakes up the same way as Ash does. Ash was in the first Alien film. Ash was
he knows what he is.
Yeah, no, but I know he knows what he is. So you're saying it's more kind of like.
I don't think she was aware that she was.
Kind of like Terminate Salvation.
That shit, man.
But you know what I mean? Like, same theory. She doesn't know she's an android.
Yeah.
But okay, Ash knew he was an android. But so you're saying there are 2 androids on there? Could be.
Yeah.
She's an android, but she goes.
David knows he's an android.
Yeah, Ash. You mean?
David.
No, but I'm talking about Ash.
Ash doesn't know he's an android.
Ash does know.
Oh, no, sorry. Ash knows he's an android. The crew don't know he's an android.
Yeah. Until she's like, oh shit.
I think it's the same in Covenant as well. I don't think anyone knows he's an android.
I reckon they do.
Maybe, but I don't get the inkling that, because they treat him very normally.
Yeah, but I reckon it's because he's a lot more human in this one.
Possibly,
so he's kind of like he is what Bishop is to Ash. He is what to David what Bishop is to Ash.
Yeah.
A lot more human, a lot more, because you see how like Ash is like. Once you find out Ash is an android, is a big divide and everyone hates him.
Yeah.
But then if you go and see the way Bishop interacts with the crew, the soldiers, the Marines in the second movie, he's like nonchalant. He's part of the team. Yeah. And when he's doing the tricks and everything like that, but it's good stuff, man. It's, there's some loads of theories out there.
But I love these insights. I mean, some people see these films as just. I don't know, like the pulp horror or something like that. But there's so much in it. There's so many layers.
Yeah.
I mean, even the company Wayland in Prometheus, it's just Wayland. The Yutani group is something else.
Yutani. So I read into this.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity.
Yeah. So I probably.
Yutani. Just that they're just a company that just competed with them.
Yeah.
And then they merged.
Yeah, because there was no one to run Wayland anymore, so we're gonna merge with them.
And that's it's like a whole little universe that exists.
Yeah, and I love those little details.
Which is why, like, I've always harkened Alien back to Doom, because I always think
Wayland or Doom.
Doom is
right.
Dun,
Yeah.
Because if you play Doom 3, Wayland Yutani group are a lot like the UAE, which are the they're the company.
Yeah.
But
but again, that's what a company would do, especially a company as big as what Wayland is, or Wayland Yutani become. That there's this friggin' weapon that that can either we can control, and we can it's a power play. If you have the ultimate weapon, it's power play.
I watched Alien Resurrection the other day, and I laughed my balls off when
it's bad,
the aliens. Well, do you know what? It's not.
It's so French.
There are some bits which are really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like the bits where the aliens are trapped, and they're just like, this guy, they're like learning, they're being taunted by the scientist.
Yeah.
And he's like, haha, fuck you, like they can't get out.
Yeah.
And then one of them, they're all just kind of like, fuck it, we're just gonna kill Joe, you know, like, or whatever his name is, like, whatever their alien friend is, like, this is Steve, let's kill Steve.
Yeah.
Steve's like, oh guys, I'm not sure about that. Let's Steve, look, mates, for the greater good. And then they just they murk him, and then he has some blood going, they just cut the way through, and they go all the way down.
Right.
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Like, I saw that. I was a bit confused about the part that why Ripley is even there.
Well, Ripley is there to sell the film.
Yeah, I know, but like, if you think about the character, like, they just decide to wake her up. Like, you know, they're like, just sew her back up, she'll be fine. Because the guy's like, can I keep her? And nobody professional goes, mate, she's not your fucking pet.
Yeah.
Like, she's a thing we've created just so we can get the queen. That's what we want.
I think that whole film is. I've only seen it a couple of times, but it's so far removed from even Alien 3 was. And the Alien 3 was a so okay movie. Again, there are elements of it that I like, and the elements of it that, but just to what the whole premise, again, and Ridley Scott said this, the whole premise of this thing is that there's this thing that it's a perfect organism that can, once it gets into a system or a planet, it will breed and destroy the planet.
I've never looked into how a single alien xenomorph can reproduce. So,
if you leave it long enough, it turns into a queen, apparently.
Like an asexual.
Yeah, but that's a theory, and it's up to if Ridley Scott chooses.
It doesn't though, because again, I'm just going off alien mythos. There are also king facehuggers.
Yeah, and apparently there's an alien king in this film.
There is an alien king.
Yeah,
and he is not as strong as the alien queen.
But this is what fascinating. There's something called a neomorph as well, which is just the backburster thing.
Okay.
And that's another type of alien.
There's loads. If you look online, there's like, if you ever played the Alien vs Predator game, the SNES game, there's gorilla types, there's flying types. The sequel to Prometheus comic book is set 22 years later, and these people come to the planet. They're just like a scavenging mission.
Why 22 years later?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Because Covenant is set 10 years later.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't tell you. But they come to the planet, and then when they come to the planet is now a huge jungle.
Oh, wow, okay.
And there's like this big, huge pool of black ooze.
Right,
and there are loads of different types of, not aliens, there are xenomorphs, but there's also there's like a sea monster one, but it looks more like a serpent type of sea monster, but with a deacon style, not straight up alien, more of like a mouth within a mouth.
Right.
This is all expanded on the comic books and stuff, which is like, so the planet that they were on ends up being a habitable planet. With loads of different life forms that are taking over those black ooze. So it shows that this black ooze has like a hole. Because essentially the black ooze is the same thing that created us.
Yeah. Right? In the opening sequence, yeah.
So it's the same thing that created us, but also the same thing that created the xenomorphs.
Yeah. But this is what I think.
The same thing.
There's, because when you go to that planet, you see a xenomorph on the wall in a crucifix pose, and they clearly revered this creature.
This is on the ceiling, right?
That's right. Yeah. And so they clearly revere this creature a lot in the sense that they're scared of it, but they love it at the same time. I don't. That part has never been clear to me.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be explained. I have so many questions, but because in every question brings up a subsequent question. So you're always like, huh? There's fucking more. Like, I just don't understand. Again, I have loads of questions, but nobody explains. They will explain. They'll probably answer some in this.
Yeah.
And then they'll leave it more, and then. But they might. You know what? They might just be fucking lost and just don't answer anything.
Well, Ridley Scott has a plan. He's doing 3.
If he don't answer shit, I'm gonna find Ridley Scott lives. I fucking Tony Scott him.
Wow.
All due respect to Tony Scott, I just fucking can't. If he does that, I'm gonna be like, me and you, we need to have a conversation, Ridley.
Hold on 1 second. On that note, we'll just
pause.
Yeah, sorry. What you were saying?
What was I saying? We paused.
So we're talking about this. Which I'll get you with. And we're talking about Prometheus and.
How many times I've watched that fucking movie to try to get answers?
Yeah, and I mean, I've watched it. You were talking about why does David do it?
Why does he do that? It's like, he's like, big things have small beginnings, and he's holding like the black droplet on his finger.
Yeah,
and like you can, what I loved about that scene. You can see the Wayland.
Yeah, on his
fingerprint, and I was like, oh, okay, that's smart.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, and then why does he? Okay, so here's the questions I have. Maybe you can answer them, and they are just speculating. But it kind of seems like he's running off his own programming, because he doesn't ever like. And again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm so sure that you only know a part of what he speaks to Wayland about, and then the rest of it's like dreams. So he's in Wayland's dreams. But I don't think Wayland would be like, put it in. For whatever the fuck his name is.
He didn't tell him to do that. He just said try harder.
Yeah, and so he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna make him drink it to see what happens.
Yeah.
And it's kind of his fault, really, isn't it? Because it's kind of like he puts it into
the whole crew is like in the Alien film. The whole crew is expendable.
Yeah.
And so, whatever he needs to do to get the result he wants for Wayland, that's what he did. And so
I have like a few questions as to what I felt Idris Elba was underused.
Oh yeah, big time. But
I was like, why are they just killing him off? Spoiler alert. For anybody who hasn't seen it, came out like 5 years ago. If you haven't seen it, it's your fucking fault. But for sure, like, he's underused. It was upsetting. I really think there needed to be a bit more of a character building with him.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people. The reason a lot of people don't like this film is because of the crazy situation that these characters come into, and the way they respond to certain things. So like,
why are they splitting up? Why are we doing that?
Okay, well, there's okay.
If Scooby Doo that shit,
But if you look at the difference between the two crews, the Covenant and any of the other films, the crew in Prometheus, they are all hired hands. None of them know each other. It's like, okay, this is how much money we're going to give you to go and do this. Go to this place and do this.
No, yes and no.
No. I think there's about 2 of them that know each other in that whole group. But
I'm talking about the first one. I mean, they're all contractors, but they all know each other pretty well.
Yeah, they all know each other because they've been with each other for a while.
Yeah.
The guys in the Prometheus, they just met. So okay, well, who are you? Okay, great, whatever. I'm doing this for the back end of this, the money.
It reminds me of almost like the exact same as the beginning of Alien vs Predator, when they're all on the boat.
Right, okay.
And I'm a geologist and I'm this and I'm that, and they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again. You can't expect.
You fucking hate that movie. Every time I say
no.
AVP, you wince.
I've only seen it once.
I don't. You know what? I quite like it. People take a piss. I'm like, you know what? It's alright. As a standalone movie.
I don't hate I hate Anderson. I hate the director because
Whoa. Paul W.S. Anderson.
Yeah. He
did Event Horizon.
Sure.
That film's badass.
That's fantastic.
He did Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
I'm not into
Mortal Kombat.
Well, it's better than the Street Fighter film.
Of course it is.
But
I'm not denying that either.
Well, he doesn't do bad movies.
He does bad movies. He do you know
he's a better version of your Bowl, is what you're saying?
Yes. do you know the reason why Resident Evil, the new game, has sold poorly is a precursor to why his films are a precursor to why those games don't do well. Well, the last two games were bad, but this game is pretty good. But because the Resident Evil 7 or whatever it is, the Mila Jovovich film came out, that film's notoriously bad. It's just bad. It's a bad film.
What year did 4 come out?
2005.
That's widely regarded as
that's
one of the best, and it is. To be fair, I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's
if you haven't played
bloody good game.
It's the best. I'm being honeydicked into buying the HD copy again, even though I already have the HD for the 360.
I'll do it again. Yeah. I'll do it again.
Just
that
so
game
I
is
can play
awesome.
it on my PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
And for people that don't know, they're like, "Oh my god, it's out in HD," and I'm like, "It came out in HD like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Exactly the exact same copy came out on the 360 and PS3.
That's the mark of a good game.
No, it's the mark of them fucking honeydick you to make more
money.
No, yes, dude.
The fact that people ask for it and keep wanting it, that's a mark of a good game. No one's asking for Resident Evil 5. No one's asking for Resident Evil 6. Yeah, but that came out in HD remix too. Sure, but no one's asking for it.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but was it? It's no Resident Evil 4.
If you look at the front cover of the HD remake, I don't think the black chick's even on it anymore.
Well, we could go into lots of reasons about that.
Anyway, so you were saying?
So yeah, with Alien vs Predator, again, I was trying to say is that
Wes Anderson at AVP. That's what you were saying.
Yeah, I don't.
You fucking hate him.
what Anderson does, he will take a premise that has its own story, has its own mythology already, and he'll change it just for the. But I don't mind adaptations, but he changes everything. Look at the Resident Evil series. Who the hell is Alice? It became the Alice show after the second one. And he injected a few characters into it. I haven't seen the other films from 2 onwards, but from what I could see, they were all very secondary. And these characters were in the game.
He must have signed some long movie deal with them. Like, it's the only thing I can see as to why he keeps making those movies, is that at some point he must have signed a movie deal with them to be like, you are contractually obliged to give me 8 of these movies, and that's what it is. If you don't give me 8 of these or 7 of these, and then and they're like, okay, cool. And I reckon the thing is, the first one probably made a lot of bank.
I think it did.
It made a lot of profit
because it was Resident Evil.
Yeah. But they've. I've watched a few recently. I didn't even think they were that bad. I mean, they weren't great, but they weren't that bad.
The films that did a better job of being Resident Evil was the Wreck films, and
yeah.
And
those just made. They weren't just better Resident Evils. They were better as zombie films.
Yeah. so I mean, in that sense, I mean, the premise was still the same. It was in a row of flats, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it went up and up and up, and I really liked that concept that the further up they went, the more hellish it was. Yeah, and it was just a better Resident Evil film. But anyway,
he changed. So you're saying he changes the mythology of sort of AVP.
So AVP, he completely changed the Wayland character. Wasn't Wayland Harold Bishop or whatever he calls him. It was never established who Wayland was.
Yeah, well, no, it was Alien 3.
Yeah, no, but that was still a Bishop model. It wasn't
It wasn't a Bishop model because you don't ever know. Because she hits him, he doesn't bleed. He bleeds red.
Does he?
I'm pretty sure he does. Yeah, he's not a Bishop.
But I mean, either way, it couldn't be Wayland because she survived like for hundreds of years in the tube. From Alien to Aliens, it was 57 years, and then from Alien 3 from Aliens,
60, it's like 60 plus years, right?
Yeah, and so there's quite a few years that have been removed. So Wayland,
maybe you probably are right. Probably he's a Bishop model. Maybe the consciousness.
I don't know what they did, but
so timeline wise, then is Alien Covenant way before. Alien Covenant is way before.
It's 40 years.
Alien.
It's 40 years before Alien.
40 years?
I think even more. I think it might be 70.
More.
It might be 70.
Because in the alien landscape, in the alien like world, the way as we see it, like industrial mining, like cosmic industrial mining is a thing.
Yeah,
it's a thing that people just do.
Yeah,
That's your job.
It's commonplace.
It's not a new thing. It's not something that's just come into play. So I would assume that it's been around for a while. So maybe it is.
No, you're right, because Prometheus to Alien is 80 years.
That sounds a bit more realistic. Almost a century in between.
So if Covenant's 10 years from for Prometheus, then it would be about 70 years.
Yeah. Well, about 70 years. I would say that. That seems a bit more realistic than 40 years.
I would have to get the exact dates to make a...
So yeah, I mean, but then but that is exact. That's canon, right?
Yeah, saying that's canon now. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not happening because I was like, maybe it could be happening alongside.
It's happening before, so
because the deacon is. I just watched something about it whilst you were on the phone, and it says it might not necessarily be a xenomorph. It might be because what we're looking at now is they already had fully formed xenomorphs, and they were already aware of fully formed xenomorphs.
Yeah.
So the deacon wouldn't be a precursor. Maybe the deacon's just an accident.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just something else that might even precursor the neomorph.
Maybe, but I think
because in the comic books, or in the books, or you can see fully formed version of the deacon, like a full-grown one, and it doesn't have a tail or anything else like that. It's not.
This one doesn't either.
So it's not a xenomorph.
Yeah.
So but it's the same one. It's grown.
Yeah. Right.
And it grows like bigger than the engineer.
Oh right, so it goes to something like 10 foot or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Jesus
so it's
Christ.
bigger than the engineer in fully grown form.
Can you imagine seeing that coming around the corner after you?
I shit my pants. My pants with poo.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, like the concept of it is so alien. I'm sorry.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm just I don't know. I'm confused as to. I have so many questions. And I just want to see...
Dude, so do I. As soon as this film comes out, I'm there day one, trying to analysing everything. I cannot wait for Alien Covenant. And the little bits that they shave off and give it to you before the film comes out, I'm just like, there you go, dog. I'm just eating it up.
There are way more intelligent people than me that will analyse.
Well, I guess the people who wrote it will know everything about it, but
they don't. They might be keeping him in the dark though. Like you don't know. Like it might be like Ridley Scott's holding on to it.
No, he's not. He's not. He says the films that he's making, they're supposed to explain everything.
No, but what I mean is he's holding on to it and only give it. It's compartmentalizing that information. Like plausible deniability. If you don't know, you can't fuck it up. So it's like, just film what's on the fucking paper. Here's the script. Do what's on the script.
Yeah.
Don't deviate from what's on the script. That's why I'm the director and you're the DP. You're this, whatever, right?
Yeah.
This is my job. That's your job. We're just gonna do this. Don't read like whatever story you have in front of you. It's what's on there. I'm not gonna tell you anything else.
Yeah.
And you will, as the cast and whatever, we'll find out through the course of time, just like everybody else. Maybe to prevent leakages. And all that stuff, I don't know. That would be great. If you said plausible deniability.
Yeah.
They can't ruin something you don't know about. You can only speculate.
Yeah.
Has any storylines been leaked for Covenant?
No. That's the guys that Ridley Scott's using are the same guys that keep the stories wraps on Star Wars. So nothing's being leaked, man. Even with Prometheus, when they were making that film, nothing was leaked about the story.
I wonder how much money that information would be worth. Millions. $1 million?
I think thousands.
You think $1 million to tell you what the storyline is a week before it comes out? Leak it.
It depends who. If you were in America, if you leaked it to TMZ, I'm sure they'll give you.
TMZ ain't shit.
I just put TMZ as an example, but I'm sure someone would take the story of you, and if you had proof, absolutely.
You have to prove it, right? That's the other one. Like, where's your proof?
Yeah. So. Your source then, so source A says that this is happening in Alien Covenant. and we've paid him this amount of money
I'd just
for the story.
I'd make, you know what I would do? If I knew that information, I wouldn't even tell anybody. I'd make a bet. I'd call, because you can bet on anything, right?
Yeah. Oh, right. That's an interesting way of making money.
People were doing it with Harry Potter.
Yeah, that's right. They were
betting on what the ending of the book was going to be, and like William Hill.
Harry Potter's Voldemort.
Yeah, people had odds, man. They had odds and shit. So, like, I'm betting you that this is going to happen, and then William Hill would be like, we bet this is going to happen based on our knowledge.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I wouldn't want to bet on this because there's too many variables.
No, I'm saying if you knew.
Oh, right. Even if so if you're privy to the information,
exactly, insider trading kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you know what? I'm interested to see where this film goes. I really, really want to see it. Prometheus is like, was it 09?
No, 2012.
2012. Prometheus is so underrated, like by some people.
Oh yeah, because people were expecting aliens.
Yeah, and I know people that have watched it and gone, oh, I didn't like that. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. It's a great film. You can sit down and fucking enjoy it. And when I try to watch it with my girlfriend, I'm so excited. Every time I watch it, I'm so excited. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm watching it again. Hopefully I'm going to figure something new out. And then I'm so disappointed at the end. It's like, oh god. It's like, I didn't find it.
It's that drive for more information. You want more information. I want more information.
Which is what led us to the stars, to go find the engineers in the first place.
There you go.
That drive for it comes full circle, see?
On that bombshell.
We'll end this section of this, whatever this is.